welcome to Getting Candid with me, your girl Helen. Today I'm chatting with a lady who is, yes, a musician, radio presenter, and also married to Cactus Agony. I want to know a lot of things about her. Let's chat with her and get to know her a little more. Join me on the other side. Welcome back. I mentioned that I'll be chatting with multi-talented Chichi B. Hi.
Hi, Helen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
I'm good. I'm glad to be here. I'm
Thank
so happy
you.
to be here. Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you.
I've been looking forward.
Really? That's good.
Yeah.
So Chichi B, we just wanted to find out something before we even get into the other. I knew you the first time I knew you. You were a musician. You, I think your video Jumbulele.
Yes.
What does it mean anyway? I think I just used to dance that song, not knowing what
it means, right?
Yes.
Actually, Jumbulele is just a street word. Just came about in the studio when we were recording with Jerry Fingers.
Okay.
Because I started with Jerry Fingers. I started my music career with Jerry Fingers. So every time I'm in the studio, I'm writing a song, recording a song, he would be there to help me out. So that song, actually, the title should have been something else. But then Jerry Fingers said, no, I think he need Jumbulele chap. And that's how the Jumbulele became the song itself.
Yeah?
Yeah, so it's a love song. Yeah, it's a love song. You're talking about, you know, in these relationships, there's always somebody who wants to be on the negative side. So yeah, Jumbulele, you're telling people to say, natural. Even if you accuse me of being given majuju, machani, no, my love for this woman is just natural. Yeah. So that's a Jumbulele.
Okay, nice. So then that time, were you already a radio presenter?
No, actually my career as a radio personality was my music career gave birth to the career that I have now, focused on so much. I think I'm more of a radio personality right now than the musician.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
You know, I actually never even knew I could do radio. But yeah, while working with company radio here and there, when it comes to events, then my boss decided to try me on radio. And hey, the first time I went on radio, she was like, yeah, I was with my colleague. And she kind of liked my style. Then she asked this guy to say, no, I think I need you to leave. I want her on set alone. I just want to get to feel the vibe. Yeah. So the guy left and I was there. And you know what? When I remained in the booth there, because I had the freedom and I just wanted to be myself. And I was myself and I gave it. She loved it, and that's how my career started as a radio personality. Nice.
I just want to know a little bit about you. Were you born and bred in Lusaka? Just tell us about your background here.
Okay. I was born on the Copper Belt, Moflira to be precisely. That's where my mother and father lived until my father passed on when I was like 12 years old. Then we relocated to Lusaka. Then from Lusaka, I went to Kafue. That's where I did my lower secondary. Yeah.
What school?
I was at Malundu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was at Malundu.
Private school girls.
Yeah. I was at Malundu, then from Malundu, I came to Lusaka. Then from Lusaka, when I was going to grade 10, I went to Mumbwa High School and became a Mumbwa. Yeah. So when we got to Mumbwa, we went there as scripture union girls because I was my older sister, my immediate elder sister. Yeah. So she was a grade ahead of me. And we went there as scripture union girls, would go there. So now one day there was Chigig every Friday. So we were tempted by some girls to say, oh, you guys, you should also try Chigig. Yeah. And we went to Chigig. Hey, it was nice.
That was the breath of Chichi B, the entertainer.
Exactly. Because there, I think you know, it was fun. There was music. I never knew I could dance until I started Chigig. Then from there, I think that's the time I got to know about the real me, and I just came out to be okay. So I'm this kind of a person, and I embraced it.
Yeah, nice. Okay, that's interesting how you discover these things along the way. You're always discovering yourself, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so then music was Jumbulele your first recording?
No, Jumbulele was not the first. I think back then it was like the fourth. My first single was Pari Abengi Nazalile Pofeiwe. Oh. Yeah, the song that featured Karasa. It also did quite well on radio.
Yes, I'm thinking, like, I know the song. I know that song, yeah.
So that was like the first song. Then Jumbulele was like the third. Then back then I was so active, like I could do videos, 3 videos in a year. Yeah, then suddenly I slowed down. I don't really know what happened, but I slowed down. Yeah.
Okay, so you're married to another a musician, your fellow artist, Cactus Agony. How did you guys meet? I'd love to know.
Yeah, how we met? We're actually working somewhere. Yeah, we had a project that we were working on. So he came on board and I was there and we became friends. Yeah, we really never thought we'd click and become, because if you listen to his kind of music and even his personality, my personality, back then we thought these are 2 different personalities, we can't really click. But as time went by, we just started liking each other. Then we started loving each other. Then we loved each other. And we got married.
And then you married each other.
Yes.
That's nice. How long have you guys been married now?
Is it 2 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 years. How's that going?
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice. It's good because I feel I married a friend. I married a friend of mine who understands me. Yeah, he knows my strength, my weaknesses. So we're good.
I think I noticed how friendly you are with each other when we were at the CBC Awards. I think the last CBC Awards.
Yeah.
You guys were joking and he was joking. I remember when you were going on stage, he was so excited. My earring was falling. So he was so excited. He's like, let me take a video of her. She looks so good. You know, such things. I'm like, these guys are friends.
He's cool like that. He's always there to support me. He's always there to support me. And what he knows that my wife loves this, he always try by all means to help me out.
Okay, would you collaborate on a song?
Yeah, we've been thinking of doing that. I just don't know why you know when you get married, I have to be a wife and I have to be a mother.
Yeah.
So, and then I have work, I have a business, I have a foundation that I run. So I have so much to do, such that when it's time for him to be in the studio, maybe I have to do something else. And whenever I get a chance to do other things, it's also held up because he really takes his music seriously. Yeah, and he dedicates his time. So at times he's so committed, I'm committed. And then I think that's why we haven't managed to work on a song. But we've been planning to do that. Hopefully 2021.
Yes,
yeah, we're going to do a collab.
I hope so. Now, you guys recently, you lost your son. How old was he? My condolences.
Thank you. Emmanuel was, at the time of his demise, he was 1 year 5.
Okay.
Yes, he was 1 year 5. Yeah, he was diagnosed with epilepsy at 2 months old. Yeah, because he's just suddenly got ill. We took him to the hospital. Then after we took him to the hospital, and when we thought he was fine, and we were admitted like for 5 days, and when we thought he was fine, that was the first time I saw him had a seizure. Yeah. So I didn't really know what it was. So I called the doctors. The doctor checked and said, no, actually, what your child is having right now is a seizure. Yeah, and not knowing, because I literally had no idea what that was. So it was something strange. And we were called, obviously, for investigations, family backgrounds, but none of us had that condition. My family, his father's family, none of us had epilepsy. Okay. But eventually they told us, no, your child has epilepsy. So yeah, he used to have fits here and there. Yeah, and would spend some time in the hospital until that day he met his fate. He actually had a seizure, and that's how he passed on.
Okay, let's just continue chatting about this after the break.
Okay.
So Mingotainment is readily available both on App Store, on Play Store rather, and on Apple Store. So it's readily available. All you have to do is search for Mingotainment and download the application. Mingotainment is 100% Zambian, based in Zambia, grown in Zambia. Yes, we are Zambian.
Welcome back. I'm still chatting with Chichi B. So, how did you? That's not something that is easy on any parent.
No.
It's not easy. And I'm told you are talking about your foundation. Mm-hmm. Tell us the motive behind your foundation. What?
Actually, the first time I was admitted in the hospital when Emmanuel got sick, And that was the time, like, I spent 5 days, that the longest had been to the hospital. And back then I would only visit hospitals for 30 minutes, you leave. So then I did not really understand the challenges people face when they're in the hospitals. Yeah, so I noticed that there were really people that were struggling, and I noticed that some people had been in hospitals for months, and they literally depended on what they were being offered in the hospital. So I looked at all that, and I told myself, wow, I think it is time for me to start helping the people that need help. Because growing up, I've always wanted to do some charity work, okay? But then I think that was just God's time. He had to take me through that path for me to start this foundation.
Yeah.
So from there, I shared the idea with Cactus and my family, and they all supported me. And that's how I shared it with my friends, and my friends were also eager to come on board. Like most of my friends, you know, I think I'm a person who keeps friendship. So we have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
So yeah, even when I shared to say I want to do this, but really not like I have the capacity to do this, but I'll need help, extra help. My strength is not much, so I need you guys to come on board and help me out. If I reach 50%, why don't you do the other 50%? So my friends came on board and started helping out. Whenever we had a donation, I would put in something, ask my friends also, and they help out, and we visit these homes. And you don't know, I think God works in mysterious ways. If I tell you that when I started that foundation, every home that I wanted to visit, I don't know how, but I found children that were living with epilepsy there, okay? So I started learning about epilepsy, yeah? Not only from my child, but also from the children that I started meeting. And the sad part is that those children are abandoned children. Wow. They are children that have been abandoned by their parents just because they have this condition, which is not right.
No.
So that is one thing I got to learn about. And while visiting these same homes, I learned that some of the children that are in these homes actually ran away from home because they were being sexually abused. Some children are defiled. So they rush to a home, and there the guardians, the caretakers will find that the child has got maybe STIs or something, and they try to dig deeper and just only to discover that the child was being abused where she came from. So I started learning. Now I started asking myself. So there was this time I had chance to talk to this child who was abused. Then I asked, but why didn't you report this case? Said, no, because my parents, my guardians did not allow me, and these are the only surviving parents I have, because some of these children are orphans. Yeah, so they've been told to keep quiet after being abused. Then I told myself, then really, we need to start a campaign. And that's how, under my foundation, a campaign called Breaking the Chains of Silence Against Child Defilement was born. Yeah. If not for COVID, I think we could have done much, because we targeted the schools, and we had written letters to a number of schools because we wanted to go in, and we wanted to go into the schools and just talk to these children. We teach the children to say, if you tell your mother, if you suspect somebody trying to take advantage of you, or if you notice that a man is not behaving right towards you, you don't have to keep quiet. If your parents decide to keep quiet, you have to visit, you have to talk to your teacher, go and talk to your neighbor. So we started sensitizing people against the silence against child defilement.
That's good. Yeah. That's foundation upon foundation. You see how just God led you to one thing to another. And
yeah.
Then
last year December, we even had a big concert in Bauleni, because wow, you know how God works. Yes, He's a great God. We came in touch with some Italians who came on board and sponsored that event just to sensitize people against this same thing.
Yeah.
And we had a very big and successful concert in Bauleni last year in December 28th. And we really managed to reach out to the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing great. You're doing a good job. Just continue.
Thank you.
Continue. So, no, this is a bit, I don't know if it's insensitive, but I would want to find out, Would you plan to have a child anytime soon?
God willing, yes.
Yes?
Yes, yes.
That's nice. We will see you.
Oh, yes. God willing, yes.
Okay, so what are you, so you're running, you're very busy. You're running a foundation. I see your business, you're always advertising, your wedding.
The wedding dresses.
Your wedding dresses,
Yes.
then you also have radio, then
Yes.
music. Are we expecting, you wanted to, you were telling me about, you're about to shoot a video.
Yeah.
Are you doing that now?
Yes, I'm going to do, if I don't shoot this month, then I'll definitely shoot in January. Yeah, because I think it's long overdue and people have been waiting. And this song is called Cry of a Child. And this is a child crying for help. My mother is quiet, my father is quiet, I've been abused, I'm in pain. You people out there, help me. So the child is literally crying to anyone out there to just help out. It's not about my mother, but about me. Because, you know, we ran away from the fact that abuse, sexual abuse, really leaves scars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Permanent
so these
ones.
permanent ones. So how are we going to help these children? So it's not about me. If I'm a child, if I'm a mother and my child has been abused, I shouldn't keep quiet because it is not my pain. It is actually that child's pain. So let us help that child. They need counseling, definitely.
Yeah.
And the perpetrators must be brought to book. Because there was a time I visited the offices that handle these cases, and I was told not less than 12 cases are reported within Lusaka every day. And now we are only talking about reported cases of child defilement.
What about those that are
And
quiet?
we are talking about Lusaka. So what about the ones that are quiet?
And outside
it means,
Lusaka?
yes, it means this thing is there. It is real.
It's
And
huge.
it takes people like you and I to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because some people don't even know that they've been abused. Some people open up when you share these stories, you try and talk to them, and then they'll say, oh, actually, you know what? Because I've met like 3-4 people who have come to me and told me to say, I like what you're doing. This is my story. I was abused, and if you need help, if you need support, please feel free and contact me. And now those are people that have just seen me, who has taken interest in this matter, and then they come to me and open up. So it's a plus.
Yeah.
Yes, and it really tells me to say, Chichi, there's a lot that we have to do, especially as women, because a mother is a mother, and a mother should stand up and defend children. We should not fall in the traps of other people that, you know, as a mother, you feel the pain. You know, so we shouldn't keep quiet. When a child comes to you and cries, let us go out there. Let us make sure we report these perpetrators. They should not be scot-free.
There's one thing though I want to find out. You know, we have also males that are sexually abused, and males don't speak out. Oh, yeah. And some people just believe a male can never ever be abused unless they are accepted. But it's there.
It is there.
Have you ever come across males that have opened up and said, look, I was sexually abused?
So far, I haven't. None of them has come to me and opened up.
Yeah.
But yes, I've heard those stories. And even when I visited offices just to inquire about this, getting the statistics and all, yeah, I was told that there are guys that have been sexually abused.
We need to encourage.
We need to encourage them, yes, also to speak out.
Yeah, they need
because
to.
That's the you know, it leads to depression.
Yes.
They get suicidal.
Yeah.
You just start seeing these withdrawal symptoms, which is not good.
Some even just don't treat women right because
No,
they
they
don't have the
don't.
right, and you start judging them based on what they're doing. They're not knowing what they've been through. So please do a good job, and guys, do come out, open up. We know you're not supposed, but this is what we were talking about the last time we had Ebo Chungo saying men should speak out. Men do cry when you say some of these things. So you need to be open, but I'm glad with what you're doing, and I'm happy that you came through.
Thank you so much.
Any last words before I let you go?
I just want to urge people out there. Sexual abuse is real. Let us take it seriously. Let us protect the children that we have, girl child, boy child. Let us protect them. When you start noticing withdrawal symptoms in your child, it cannot just be your child, but any child that you have interest in. And as parents, let us take interest in every child that you see, because it is our responsibility to take care of all the young ones. We are mandated to do that. So when you start noticing withdrawal symptoms, please, you find out. It could be verbal abuse. It could be emotional abuse. It is not just sexual abuse. Some children are abused in school, and if we decide to keep quiet, then we are not helping them. And if you just also just start behaving or acting a certain way towards these children, then we're not helping out. We are losing the future. These are our future leaders. Let us protect them. Let us break the chains of the silence against child defilement. Please, 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 sexual abuse is real.
And let us not give excuses for somebody who is sexually abusing somebody. Why should you?
It's being your brother.
I get irritated when I see, like on social media, there's a story saying this person is. Then we're trying to find a reason. No, maybe she was raped because of this. Maybe, no,
why the
guys.
because? Let us remove the because.
The because. Why are you making an excuse?
I get upset when I see stories of women that defend their husbands, and the husband has been there abusing a child. Please, women. Chikwati, pesa cha behind. Yes, your child is your child. That is your blood.
Yeah.
The moment a man decides to start sleeping with your child, you are equally not safe.
Whether if we're a bum shot. Because, you know, there's, for me, I always refuse this idea of saying, no, this person was raped because they were not dressed well. What about a baby?
Hey, I know, right?
What's a baby in a diaper and you find that attractive? What's your excuse? So there's no excuse. Let's just fight this together.
Let us fight it together. We shouldn't just leave it for
Now, how can somebody get in touch with you? Okay,
you can follow me on Facebook, DJ Chichi B. And you can also find me on Instagram, Chilando_Chichi_B _MK.
Yes.
But you definitely find me there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Keep doing the good job.
Keep following me. And if you want to listen to me, why not follow me on Komboni Power? Listen to one of my sessions.
You enjoy her energy. What time are they supposed to listen to you when you're on radio?
You know, our shifts are not permanent.
Okay.
So, but mostly I'm on air between 9 and 13.
Okay,
yes.
Nice. So you listen to her craziness on air?
Oh, yes. Born crazy and I live crazy, just like this.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having Helen. I'm glad to be here.
All right. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. And this was very educational as well. So I hope we've learned and we're going to support each other. We have to fight this. It's a disease, I think. We have to fight it. So we have to work together, male, female. Let us just stand up and support one another. Remember to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, follow, watch the videos that we upload. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.